Alright, proceeding to place everything back. I'm going to hear in the background that I'm playing Mythbusters.
Listen, do not, under any circumstances, try this at home. You're what you call experts. We do this for a living.
I don't do this for a living, so I am actually saying proceed at your own risk.
It's the Mythbusters Hollywood
just so that you know that I do not entirely remember where I placed all my screws, so I am just double checking of where they go. And I'm pretty sure I've got to do quite a few hard points that do not pop up, such as the one that sits here. I use one of my generic pieces here to screw that in. It's always nice to have tweezers to help you out. And before I forget, it is sometimes good to have some place to put all your screws in somewhat of an organized fashion.
And helps bust his first big screen myth. Let's take a look back at one of Adam and Jamie's favorites.
Well, not all of the movie myths we've tested are complete works of fiction. Some of them are actually inspired by real-life events.
And I think we'd all agree that one of the granddaddies of them all, the story that inspired a mythology all its own, is what happened to and on the Titanic.
Just to show you now that I did not clean off the processor because I wanted to get some thermal paste. So I did. The thermal paste that I'm going for, I don't know if you can see this, Formula 5 from Antec. According to the specs on the back, it seems to be the best. I got it for $10 just for this little vial. It is advertising to have the widest range, and for the thermal capacity. Nope, didn't need one. But considering that what this little piece can do, $10 is damn cheap. But it's always a good idea to shop around to find your best pricing. Alright, back again. I'm about to apply the thermal paste. I did take a little bit of a sidestep and used Q-tips to clean off the material. I did it gently. Keep in mind, it is still cloth material, and it could potentially be a hazard to this. So what I did initially is I took one of my flatheads, gently scraped along the side. Now, side note here, if you do any kind of scraping on any kind of circuit board with a hard device such as a screwdriver, you have a potential of scraping away one of the circuits. And that is a big no-no, and pretty much you have screwed up close to $300 worth of hardware. And I say $300 because that's probably what it costs to manufacture this thing right now. Right now, according to the instructions, you're supposed to put on a generous supply of thermal paste. You don't want to be too little because then you'll have to start all over again, and you won't get enough of a heat transfer. And you need the heat transfer to be able to cool it. So it looks like there's some writing on here. There we go. See what I'm talking about? If you push a little too hard, you get too much out at one time. Ease up. And place it somewhere where you can cap it off a little bit. I probably purchased a little bit too much, considering that I'm only doing one processor. This has the potential of doing quite a few processors if you wanted to, say, start an assembly line. Trash comes over here, and my thermal plates. Where did that thing go? Since the copper is a little bit more resilient, you can get away with using paper towel to wipe it down, but make sure your paper towel is clean. We want to make it nice and even. So it sits on top. And for the compaq, they gave me these lovely type of screws and some, oh, there it is, that use springs on them.